Child. Hello, my champions. Hello, my champions. Hello, my champions. Hello, my champions. What kind of week you had, my champions? What kind of week you had, my champions? What kind of week you had, my champions? Come on in, let's chat. Hey, hi, that dude Tay. How are you? Hey, mama, how you doing, baby? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Rashika Conyers, hi, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, baby? Hello, Miss Coleman, how are you? How are you? Yes, y'all come on in, baby. Come on in. I'm well, Donnie. How are you? I'm doing okay, honey. I'm so glad it's Friday. I don't know what the heck to do. I'm telling you, boy, I look forward to Fridays. Now, when I retire, I'll be wanting that week to slow down. But right now, I look forward to me some Fridays. Yes, I do. Good, mama. Good. I'm glad to hear you doing well. Everybody have a good week. I had a decent week. We had some things going on this week, but it's still been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's been a blessing all the way around, and I'm just thankful for it. You know what I mean? But it's just been one of them kind of weeks, y'all. It's been one of them kind of weeks. And I'm not going to be on here long tonight because I'm kind of tired. But I just wanted to pop on here for a little bit and just say hi to my champions. Just say hi to my champions. See how everybody's doing. Try kind of like catch up on the challenge that I challenged everybody with last week, Friday, and see how we going with it. How we going with it? Mama, I know you accepted the challenge. So how's that challenge going for you, boo? And for those of you that were not on my live, y'all like the live now. And for those of you that were not on my live last week, Friday, I challenged anyone and everyone. It's hashtag working on me challenge. Oh, you're going to make a video about it? Good, but everything going okay? It can be kind of rough, but you got to be diligent. So I'll make sure I check out that video. Yeah, it's all about the working on hashtag working on me challenge. And I do want to say that last week I had asked for, in the live, I asked for suggestions as to what we should call the challenge, because my spirit just led me to challenge people with that challenge. And when I went back and read the comments, I had said that Mike Hart TV was the one that came up with the challenge name. But when I went, and I said that during the live, when I went back to read the comments on the live, which I always do on my lives, I want to see what the people are saying because I'm running my mouth, and I miss a lot of the comments. So I always go back and look at the comments from my live. And I saw that it was Boss Lady Lexi that initially came up with it. She said working on me, and then Mike Hart TV came back behind it and said hashtag working on me challenge. So I want to give a shout out to both of them, Boss Lady Lexi and to Mike Hart TV, for coming up with those awesome names. They worked together as a team and came up with an awesome name for this challenge. Now, you guys, if y'all make videos, please do videos and share that hashtag and challenge people on your channel to do the working on me challenge, because we all can work on something within us. You know what I'm saying? To make us better. Hi, Stephanie. How are you, baby? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mrs. Coleman said that's a great challenge. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, a lot of times we have a tendency to not think about it. We work on our children to make sure that we're gearing them and steering them in the right direction and raising them to be proper adults, okay? We work on a lot of things, but we neglect ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when in the neglection of ourselves, we overlook how we may be presenting ourselves to the world, good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I mean? And it's just always good to do some self-reflection and some reevaluation, and to set new goals, never try to keep yourself stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Always want to keep growing. You know what I'm saying? And change is good. People don't like change, but change is good because you cannot grow without change. You cannot progress to the next level without change. So we all have something that we need to work on. I'm going to share with you all what I've been working on prior to even talking about and challenging people with the Working On Me challenge. So we're going to get into that. I'm just reading y'all's comments here. Everybody's doing okay. Good. Everybody's speaking to everybody. Good. Wonderful, honey. Wonderful. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here long, but I just wanted to, discuss the challenge because I really feel in my heart that it's something that's really, really good to do. And I'm not calling it a tag. It's not a tag. It's a challenge. Because I'm looking for people to pick something that they know that they can change or fix. That's all about them. You know what I'm saying? And the end result is only going to make you a better person, a better human being out here in the world. Somewhere along the line, we've all, as humans, have lost our way. I don't know where it happened, but we have lost our way. And I don't know about anyone else, but I found myself thinking a lot that there are more bad people in the world than there are good. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got an agenda. Seem like everybody want what they can get from you. Seem like everybody want to be stepping on people and downgrading people and just making people feel bad. That seems to be the trend. That seems to be the thing. And it's quite depressing. You know what I'm saying? If you consistently around some folk that's negative Jane or negative Bob all the time, you don't think that that's going to affect you in your psyche. You know what I'm saying? And then, a lot of people say, well, I don't watch the news because it's nothing but trouble on the news. Yes, it is a lot of trouble on the news. I watch the news because I want to know what's going on in my surroundings, in my neighborhood, in my community, in my state, in the nation. You know what I'm saying? So, and yes, it can get you down, but all I do is pray. And I just say, Lord, help them. And I keep it moving. Lord, help them. And I keep it moving. But I still need to know what's going on. What'd you say, Mama? I've got a few things I'm working on. One of them you called me out on. Did I really? Oh, baby. And I watched your video the other day, and you were saying, oh, I'm trying not to say but that's a good thing. If you feel like that's something that you want to work on, then work on it. It doesn't really matter what it is that you choose, champions, to work on. Just pick something and work on, because we are all a mountain, a huge mountain. Humans are a huge mountain. I'm just going to use this analogy. And we have so many people out here that want to pick us apart in a negative way. So if something is trying to pick at you in a negative way, you're not going to be as receptive to it as if they're picking at you in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody tells you, don't read that, then you're going to automatically go on a defense, right? But if someone says, well, let's not read this right now. Don't that sound a little bit better? So that's one of the things that I'm working on is my tone, because I'm rough around the edges. I'm refined rough around the edges, but I'm still rough around the edges. So, and I know that sometimes my tone can set people off, and I'm not even intending for it to be that way. I don't give it to set people off, but in the way that I say it or the way that I present it, it sets people off. So that's what I chose to work on for this week. This past week was my tone, and my mom raising us, if she wanted to get our attention, she didn't scream and yell at us all the time. Now, she did scream and yell at us sometimes, but not all the time. But when she really wanted to get our attention, you know what she did? She would say, "Hi, how are you? Are you listening?" She would whisper, and we listened. So these are just little things, little just analogies, just different little experiences that I've had where, I figured out I can, incorporate it. And believe it or not, I haven't offended anyone this week with my tone. Not one. They've all been happy as they can be. What'd you say, Mama? Oh, that's a good one. Right. It's all about the delivery. Yes, it is. I mean, you can cuss somebody out, but if you cussing them out and you're not using cuss language, okay, you're not using curse words, but you reading them with a smile, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to get upset when somebody is smiling at you. Now, you got to read between the lines too, you know what I mean? That's what comedians do. They sit up and they read you up one side and down the other, but they always have a smile. And then you have the audience laughing. So it's kind of difficult for you to become so irate. You know what I mean? And it just depends on the situation that you're in as well. You have to it's a lot of logistics involved. You just got to pay attention, to what's going on. And some situations call for certain actions. So you just have to act accordingly with it. Woman says, I'm working on stopping helping people that don't want to help themselves. Yeah. But that's a twofold, a double-edged sword, because do we know why they're not trying to help themselves? And then if we don't help them, and if everybody else takes that attitude, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work on that. That shouldn't be something that you should do or not. You have to do it. It's all individualized, this challenge. I'm just being devil's advocate. If you go and you just say everybody you encounter don't want to help themselves, how do we really, really know that that's what's going on? Maybe they really do want to help themselves. They just don't know how. Now, if they're not ready, now that's a different thing. You know what I mean? But we have to find out, and then and the way to do that is to talk to them and see where their head is. You know what I mean? Because anytime a person says that they have a dream or they have a wish or they have a goal, that right there is a start, right? That's a start. They have it, so they just don't know how to put it in action. They just don't know how to attain it. But now there is a whole bunch of us out here that they ain't trying to get no help from you. They know it all, and they want to keep doing what they're doing. Then, yeah, them people right there, then, yeah, leave them on. Go on about their way. Go on about their way. What do you say, Mom? My kids get worried when I get quiet. Yeah, mine too, because they know I'm about to set it off. They know I'm about to set it off, honey. What you say, Mrs. Coleman? I go harder than they do. You go harder than whom? The people that you feel are trying to help themselves, meaning you go harder trying to help them than they go harder trying to help themselves. Is that what you're saying? Yes, ma'am. They know when I get quiet, I'm about to set it off. I'm about to set it off. And at that point, I'm trying to calm my blood pressure down. Yes. Oh, okay. But sometimes, and again, I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just thankful that you took on the challenge. Okay. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just here just a messenger. I'm just here to just give you a different point of view, so to speak. But sometimes, a lot of time, people are harder to get to, they're harder to penetrate with information than others. Some people are very willing to accept information, to accept constructive criticism, to accept wisdom and knowledge. Okay, but then there's people that they're just a much more harder to that acceptance factor. But again, that still doesn't mean that we're supposed to cut them off. Because if we were to do that, then half the world would be cut off. You know what I'm saying? There's something we just have to, it's like children. You know what I'm saying? You may have 5 kids, okay? And out of that 5 children, 4 of them or 3 of them, they don't have a problem in doing the right thing, following directions, and so on and so forth. But you might have 1 or 2 that they just like to challenge. They like to challenge you. You know what I mean? So if we were to give up on them because we feel like they're not listening, or they're not trying to give it their best effort, so to speak, then we're just dropping them off by the wayside. You know what I mean? So let's see. We say, yes, Ms. Coleman. Yes, okay. Ms. Coleman say true. Okay. You mean in a monetary way? Oh, girl, yeah, honey. Oh, girl, yes. See, I'm going to be straight up. I am not in the business of loaning money. I am not a loan shark. I am not a title loan company. I am not a bank. I am not an ATM machine. I am not in the business of loaning money, okay? But with that said, I will give you what I can, okay? If that makes sense. Therefore, I'm giving it to you with a pure heart, not expecting to ever receive it back. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to get it back. Or I got to hunt it down, or I got to beg for it. And I'm just not about all of that. I'd rather just give it to you, and then I don't have to worry about it, trying to hunt it down. Now, at some point, if you want to give it back, then you give it back. You know what I mean? And so therefore, because I look at it and I have changed my thought process to that, I don't even give to people on a regular basis. I just don't. I just don't. Now, my spirit tell me that I need to do it, then I definitely gonna do it, because I try to follow my spirit. But just on GP, no, not always. Not always. Not always. So I totally understand that. I totally understand that. What'd you say, Mama? That's how you do it? Yeah. Because then that way you don't have to worry. And then that way, if I don't have it, I'm not going to give up anything. First of all, I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I'm giving to you, but then it's taken away from something that's needed in my home, or something that I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, well, I can't give you all what you need, but I can maybe give you a few dollars towards it. You know what I mean? And then sometimes it may be that I can give you the same thing. It just depends on what circumstance I have going on. You know, because I ain't got nobody I can go and ask nobody for no money. I ain't got nobody I can go do that. I mean, I got people, I got my kids, of course, but what do I look like borrowing money from my children? I mean, I'm just not that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that person. And then I have girlfriends, you know, that would definitely loan me some. I have a very small circle of friends to begin with, so they would definitely loan me some just off the GP, because I asked them, and they know that if she came and asked me, she don't never ask me for anything, first of all. So if she asking me, they're not even going to ask me what I need it for or anything. They're just going to give it to me if they have it, because I don't ask anybody for anything. I really don't. I mean, if I can't afford to do whatever it is I'm trying to do, then I don't do it, or I don't buy it. You know, I got to make sure that I take care of my business first. You say, my other thing I've been working on is not giving a reaction to every action. Now, that's a very good one. That is a very good one. And I've worked on that in the past. And I'm pretty doggone good at that, because I can ignore the heck out of a person. I really can. I can ignore the heck out of a person. But in that, you know, if you're going to keep poking and poking and poking and poking, now at some point, I'm getting ready to go off. You know, I'm getting ready to straighten you out, and then I'm going on about my way. But most times it doesn't get to that extreme. You know what I'm saying? And most times just ignoring a person the way that I ignore them, it works. So I don't even get to that next level. But that's a very good one. And that's one that a lot of us need to work on, because it is so true. Every action does not deserve a reaction. It's not worthy of it. It really isn't. And if you value your worth, then you know what I'm talking about. If you value your worth, you know that it ain't even worthy of you to even pay any attention to it. Just go head on. You know what I'm saying? But again, I can't get to it. Just depends on how long you can go with a person poking and poking and poking and poking. You know, I can go a while because I just keep ignoring you, and I just eliminate myself from being around you and talking to you and communicating with you and all of that. You know what I mean? So I can do that. I can do that pretty doggone good. But that's a very, very good one to work on. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. That's one of those things that takes a little bit longer to what's the word I'm looking for? That component takes a much longer to get to the point where you can do that. You know what I mean? Where you're not just jumping off. Because it's a difficult one, especially if you're used to reacting to every action. You know. Let's see who's coming in. Let's see. Mama says, one of the things that I'm working on is patience and listening more. Okay, yeah. I'm working on patience myself. It comes and goes with that patience for me. That's how I know it's still something that I need to continue to work on. Because but I'm better than I was. It used to be that I had no patience at all for anything, you know. But now I've regrouped, so to speak, and I've redone myself where that my patience is a little bit longer. It's still short, but it's a whole lot longer. So let's see who's coming in. Let's see. Hi, Shaquila Dixon. How are you? How are you? Hey, Steve. How you doing? Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Welcome. What you say, Steve? I worked hard on my anger this week. Very good. Girl, because you know you can set some stuff off. I'm so glad to hear that. But I would suspect that that's something that's a constant that you're going to have to continue to work on to reprogram yourself. Because that's all this challenge is about, is reprogramming ourselves. When you work on something within yourself and you put that time and that effort, you're just reprogramming yourself to be thinking and doing it a different way, a new way, versus reverting back to your comfort zone, which is the old way. Because it's easy to go back to your comfort zone. But when you're trying to change it or revamp it, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. So you have to be more diligent. And even though you may say, I'm going to work on, let's say your anger, for instance, I'm going to use that because that's what's up in the comments. Let's just say I'm going to work on my anger. And then you'll feel like you get to a point where you can bring on another something that you can work on at the same time that you're working on the anger, for an example. Then right then you need to pay attention, because if you jump right back into your comfort zone of jumping off and flying off the handle, then that's something you need to take and refocus again and say, okay, I got to put this ain't as bad as this over here. So we're going to put this on the back burner, but we're going to put some more energy into this, because it takes a lot of energy to revamp yourself or to recalculate and change the thing that you're trying to change the most. It takes a lot of energy, especially if you're not used to it. If you're not used to taking on that challenge and challenging yourself to change or to be a better in whatever it is that you're trying to be better in. Heck, it could be a better cook. It could be you're going to read more books. It could be whatever. You know what I mean? Love you too, mama. Go and feed them babies, girl. Go and feed them babies. Like the live on your way out now, if you didn't like it on your way in. And yes, Miss Coleman, it does take commitment. You have to be committed. If you can be committed to everything else, why can't you be committed to yourself to make yourself a better person? Because this is my thing. And this is what I have begun to ask myself, you know what I'm saying, regularly, is that, do you want to leave this world the way you found it? I'm going to say it again. Do you want to leave this world the way you found it? Okay. For me personally, no, I do not. No, I do not. I do not want to leave this world the way I found it, because the world was already all jacked up when I came in it. You know what I'm saying? I came up in the 60s. I was born in 61. So we was that smack dab in the middle of civil rights and presidents getting assassinated and leaders being assassinated and a whole bunch of discrimination going on. It was just horrible, horrible. Okay. As far as the world, war. Okay. So no, I don't want to leave this. I don't want my mark on the world to be the way that I found it, the way that it was that I came in. So that's what I challenged myself with. I asked myself that, and in asking myself that, then the next question is, how can you make it a better world? How can you, what's going to be your legacy? You know what I mean? And these are things that people don't like to think about, but it's an, what you say, Shaquila? Oh, you cooking? Oh, you want her to cook, mama to cook for you too? What you say, Mrs. Coleman? I don't want to leave this world and not have made some kind of a difference. Exactly. Exactly. And there's many ways that you can make a difference. Many ways. Because the world needs so much. So there's a whole lot of stuff that we can do to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? For the better, not for the worse. Because you got to remember, we leave the world that we're building now, the world, we're leaving that to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. Right now, for instance, with our government, we are creating and have created a debt that will take we're leaving it to 5 generations to pay that debt off. You know what I mean? So that's not leaving the world in a good place. You talk about the green space and things like that, you know. What are they going to have? We already know they're not going to have Social Security when they retire. So that's one thing we know they're not going to have. They're probably not going to have a medical system, a national medical system. We already got the, what is it, in the Antarctic? That's falling apart. The ice is melting. I ain't restarting this device now. Get on the way. The devil is a liar. You know what I mean? All the toxic chemicals and things in the air, we're leaving that for them to deal with. And we think we have it bad. They're going to have it way worse than we have it. And it shouldn't be that way. It should be each generation is better than the last, if that makes sense to me. But that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. What you say, Mr. Coleman? In my family as well as my community, and speak the minds of the youth. Yes, we got to get control of these youth. Because they are like, ooh, Lord. They like on steroids, gone bad. For real. They like on steroids, gone bad. Well, honey, I have had a week. We had death in our family last week. My husband's aunt passed last week, Wednesday, I want to say, Thursday morning, early Thursday morning. So we're pretty much funeralizing for a week and trying to get logistics together. The funeral was yesterday. The wake was Wednesday. So my husband and I, we left Wednesday, traveling to Chattanooga, Tennessee to funeralize his aunt. And we just got back last night. And both of us went to work this morning. So it's been a heck of a week. But I must say that she's in a much better place. She had leukemia. She was fighting it for 5 years. And she just got tired, and it was time. The Lord just said, come on, baby, come on. And she went, and she wasn't scared to go. So, of course, that left us behind, you know what I mean? But her homegoing service was awesome. It was awesome. And I mean, there was things I found out that I didn't even know, you know, how giving she was. She was a caregiver for 30 years. That was her career, caring for other people that couldn't take care of themselves. And she did it with a smile every day, and she didn't complain, and she loved it. You know what I'm saying? She had a passion for it. Who is this coming in? Oh, hi, Mrs. Chris's World. How are you? Thank you, Mrs. Coleman. Thank you. Mrs. Chris's World, I think you're new to my channel, aren't you? I've never seen you before. Are you a new champion here? Yeah, so that's been the week for us. And it's been a good week because, you know, we were just there in June for the family reunion, and this was his mom's sister. So the family reunion was his mother's side of the family. And we were just there, and we got to hang out with her. Unbeknownst to us, you know, that she wasn't going to be here, 3 months, 5 months later that she wasn't going to be here? No, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 3 months later that she wasn't going to be here. We didn't know that. None of us did. So, but we were all loving on one another, and we just had an awesome time at the family reunion with her. And then we got that call. You know what I'm saying? And the thing of it is, she went to the hospital, Wednesday. And she was in the house. She wasn't even in the hospital 24 hours before she passed. They put her on a ventilator, you know, so that all of the children and everybody could come and see her. And then once they took her off that ventilator, she went on. She went on to be with the Lord, honey. She was an usher in the church and just all kind of stuff. Just very active. With all of that going on inside of her body. And she was still fighting and pushing and doing and going and all kind of stuff, you know? So you just never know what a person is going through or where a person is going until you have walked in their shoes. You just don't know. You don't have a clue. And when they truly say here today, gone tomorrow, here today, gone the next 5-10 minutes, that is so true, guys. That is so true. Mrs. Coleman, I support it back, even though mine is oh, okay, y'all talking amongst yourselves. Wow, sounds like she lived a great life. Yes, she did, honey. Yes, she did. And she loved her family. It was God, and her family was next in line, honey. And she did not play with her family. And she was one of the matriarchs. He's got 3 aunts. The mom has 3 sisters left. And the first time that they met me, because my husband and I, we haven't been married very long. And the first time that they met me, they loved me the moment they laid eyes on me. And I'm going to tell you something, though, before I forget. Y'all out here, those of you that are out here that are not married or what have you, or maybe you were married and you don't get along with your husband or your wife's family or what have you, I'm going to tell you the secret to getting along with everybody in the family. The secret is if you get the matriarch to like you, everybody else going to follow. Simple. When I first met his family, and of course he prepped me as much as he could and telling me this and that and the other. And we went for, I can't even remember what we went for. Oh, his brother had passed. That was the first time where everybody was all together. You know, I had met him here and there, but his brother passed. So we went to the funeral and everybody was there. And so he kept saying, come and meet my cousin over here. Come meet my cousin over there. And, you know, I was meeting him and everything and chit-chatting and whatnot. And I kept saying, where are your aunts? He got 3 of them. So them the matriarchs. I said, where are your aunts? Which ones are your aunts? And so he pointed them out one by one. And I went over and I introduced myself to him. And I sat there and I spent most of my time with his aunts, them getting to know me and me getting to know them. And I went and got their food when they was hungry and they wanted something to drink. And I just loved on them and babied them, honey, and spoiled them. And you know what? They love me right to this day because they said that was so nice of me to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending out to the liquor store for get them some beer and whatever else they needed. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I mingle with everybody, but I always went back to the matriarchs. I'm telling you, that's the key. If you got issues with your spouse or your significant other's family, get to know the matriarch of the family. And once you get that matriarch on your side, the rest of them will follow and you won't have no more issues. And if you ain't got no issues, you won't have any issues because they're gonna they could once that matriarch got you, everybody else gonna follow, honey. Everybody else is going to follow. Let's see. Wow, sounds like she lived a great life. What is it? Hi, dear. Hi, beautiful, awesome. How are you? Welcome, baby. Welcome. Like the live, y'all. Like the live. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here, you guys, and see how well y'all were doing with your challenge. I'm not going to be on here very long because, like I said, we got back home last night at 8 o'clock. We were there for a day and a half. It was a long day and a half. Y'all know how it is when you funeralize. It's some long days, some real long days. It was a 5-hour ride for us. And so when we came in last night, it was kind of like jumping in the shower and getting to bed because we both had to be at work this morning. Now, granted, we didn't have to go to work, but you know, yeah, we went to work because at the end of the day, we still got bills to pay. We still got to eat. So yeah, going on. It ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't no reason why we can't get up. We got here in time to get a decent night's sleep. So we're going to go on and go to work. So that's what we did. And I'm kind of tired. Because today was the last day on my current job. I'll start a new job on Tuesday. And it's cool. I mean, I didn't get fired or anything. I just found another job. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to follow the Lord. He's guiding me to do what he wants me to do and put me where he wants me to be. And I knew on the last job that was not going to be my professional home, so to speak. But it got me out of a situation on a job that I had been on for almost 10 years, where I was about to just blow a gasket every day, just go off on somebody. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Hey, Cher, how you doing, baby? Welcome, welcome. So I started a new job Tuesday. So I really want to just kind of like take this weekend and get my mentality straight for where I'm going to. I got some other things coming down the pipe. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to be staying on this job. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to leave a job and ain't got no job. That's for sure. And I'm trying to better myself. I'm looking for certain things. Because I don't want to take anything. I'm looking for certain things. So when those certain things, if some of those things are in place, you know what I'm saying? I look at the entire employment package, not just the salary. So, and the opportunities and moving up and so on and so forth. There's just certain stuff that I look for. So that's why I was only on this last job, which today was my last day for 7 months. I was started in February. They gave me a pizza lunch today, unbeknownst to me, because I was gone 2 days. I was gone Wednesday and Thursday, you know what I'm saying? And I told her, I was like, hey, you know what? My husband had deafness in his family, and we got to go to Chattanooga, expecting them to, give me some apprehension. And I already had expecting them, my brain working off of what they might say or what they probably gonna say. And it wasn't even like that. My boss just said, you go be with your family. You do what you got to do. Will you be here Friday? And I said, yes. Because today was my last day. So who is that? Hi, comedian Angel. How you doing? I didn't expect for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect that. I expected for him to give me some pushback, but he didn't. So that was a blessing because I had it for him, honey. I had it for him. Because when I left there on Tuesday, all my personal belongings was in the trunk of my car in 2 boxes. So, I mean, it was like, you can say what you want to say, but today will be my last day then. I ain't messed up about it because I'm going to support my husband and our family. So I don't care what you got to say. Simple. And I know it's a lot of people out here that are not in that position to be able to do that, but I am. And I was ready to do it, but they didn't give me no pushback. Like I said, today they gave me a pizza party, which I didn't even know about. You know, I'm going in because I've been gone 2 days. And I'm trying to get as much as I can get done because I don't like to leave, a whole lot of stuff behind that needs to be done. Get updates and things like that. Hi, Andrea. How are you, baby? Welcome. And I left up out of there at 5 o'clock at my regular time. You know what I'm saying? And they told me I can come back whenever I want to come back. If I need to come back, you're more than welcome to come back. So that's something good to know. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make enemies, especially in the employment world. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know. You don't know where you're going to be at on that ladder while you headed up. You may be headed up so far, and then you got to drop back down for a minute. And dropping back down, you may have to go back to where you left. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be burning bridges. You don't want to be burning bridges. That's for doggone sure. Yeah, that's right, Sher. Yeah, you don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to be stepping on people while you going up the ladder thinking that you are this and that and you have arrived. I don't know what the heck you arriving to, but okay. Because, them same people that you're going to step on and however you treat them going up, you're going to have to see them coming back down. You're going to have to see them coming back down. And them, they'll pass you on the ladder. They're going to be looking down at you because they're going to say, see, I knew you wasn't going to keep it. I knew you wasn't going to have it long. I knew you wasn't going to do this. I knew you wasn't going to do that because of the way you act, which leads me back to the challenge. Right? I'm big on this challenge. But I can tell you one thing, I ain't seen nobody, none of my diehards, I ain't seen nobody do no video challenging other people. And we need to be doing these videos challenging other people with the hashtag working on me challenge, because everybody need to be working on something. And I don't care what it is. You need to be working on something. If it's, I want to get back in school, okay, you want to get back in school. That's a style. Now, what you going to do to get back in school? If that's what it is. I'm just using that as an example. But we all got something that we can work on, for goodness sakes. Yeah, beautiful, awesome. Yes, we do. So I just wanted to pop on here, guys. And like I said, I wasn't going to be on here long. And I just wanted to give y'all an update and find out what y'all doing with the challenge. Like I said, I'm working on a little bit of my patience level. I'm working on. Along with a couple of other things. Thank you, comedian Angel. Thank you. It was an awesome homegoing. It really was. And my husband, when he first got the news, because he's very tight. Let me tell y'all something. My husband is the one in his family. He's got a huge family, by the way. Huge, like huge. And anything is huge to me because it's just my brother and I. You know what I mean? But my husband, it's 5 of them. They've lost 2, so it's 3 left, siblings, okay, between his mom and dad. But each one of his parents had like 8, 9, 10 children. Well, back in the day, that's how they did it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they did it. They got married, they had children. So and then all of them just got children. And then all of them just got children. it's just huge. I'm telling you, it's huge. So, but he's the apple of everybody's eye. The apple of everybody's eye. They do what he say. You know what I'm saying? They listen to him. And he's not mean. My husband's not mean at all because he don't like confrontation. Now, don't get me wrong. He ain't running and he ain't scared, but he just is just low key. He don't let stuff get under his goat. He don't let nothing raise his blood pressure. I can count the times on one hand, on 3 fingers actually, that he's raised his voice at me since we've been together. And we've been together 10 years. We haven't been married 10 years, but we've been together 10 years. I mean, he's just very low key, mild, meek, and mannered. I'm the one that would jump off, but not my husband. And we the same sign. Both of us are Capricorns. I don't understand that. I told him, you don't act like normal Capricorn. I don't know what's going on with you. But he's the apple of everybody's eye. So that first day, and he loves all the elders in the family, and the elders love him to death. And so the first day when we got the news, he was very quiet and unconcerned. And so he immediately told me, he said, I'm not going to work tomorrow. And I said, why are you not going to work? The funeral ain't tomorrow. He's like, I told you I ain't going to work tomorrow. And I just backed up. Okay, you ain't got to go to work. You don't want to go to work. I ain't going to say nothing else about it. Because my husband works 7 days a week. So if he say he don't want to go to work, man, that's the reason why he don't want to go to work. But thank you, Cher. The way I figured he needed that time to be by himself because he knew I was going to be at work. He would be here by himself with his thoughts, with his God, doing all of that by himself. So I just let him do that. And that's something that you have to learn as a woman. We as women, we have to learn when to let them be with themselves. And it's a lot of time when you be like, well, no, I could have said, well, no, I'm going to stay home with you. And no, I want to be here to comfort you. That's probably not what he needed nor wanted at that time. What he needed and wanted for himself was to be with himself and be with his God in spirit and pray and make himself do whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, and I could tell because I pay attention to people. So I could tell this was something that he needed for himself and that he didn't need me to be there because I was going to be with him, for the rest of the week and going up there and all of that. So you just got to pay attention, guys. You got to pay attention. It's just because you can run them off. You always on them and always in their face. And, you want your me time, right? You got to let them have their me time. My husband got a whole man. We call it the man cave. He got everything he need in there. I don't even know how to work all the crap he got in there. But that's his place. But he don't spend a lot of time in there because he want to be with me. But when he want to be by himself, that's where he goes. If I'm in the house, that is. And I ain't messed up about it. Because I know me. I know I need my space too. And I need time to myself, to do whatever I'm going to do by myself. So it's like you got to know your mate. You gotta figure out what works for you guys to have a successful relationship, whether that be marriage or y'all just together. You know what I'm saying? You have to figure out what works for you because you can see other couples and you be like, oh, they so sweet. Oh, they're so great together. Oh, they're so this. I want my relationship to be like that, but you don't know what the heck they got going on. They could be putting on a front for the world, but really they got some serious issues going on the backside. And then maybe they are just cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they are, but you don't know. And that's what I'm saying. You have to find out what works for you. Pay attention to your relationship. If you want to keep that relationship, pay attention to your relationship. Don't be worrying about nobody else's. Worry about yours and what makes y'all click. And whatever it is that makes it work for you, that's what you do because it's working for you. Don't be trying to be other couples. Be y'all couple. Be your own couple. Don't be trying to be other people's couple, because you might be asking for something that you don't want, to be perfectly honest. Like I say, you don't know what the heck going on. You know what I mean? Because people is not going to share. They not going to share. So on that note, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Yeah, I've been on here almost an hour. I want to thank you guys for coming on and just listening to me just throw out some tips, because that's all I did was throw out some tips. My husband went to get him some whiting fish, and he brought me back what did he bring me back? Here's the rest. He goes to JJ's Fish and Chicken. And they got a huge menu. They just sell everything from soup to nuts. But he got the whiting fish dinner. Oh, I got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. He was like, you don't want no shrimp? I don't want no shrimp. I ain't that big on seafood. No way. Just give me a Philly cheesesteak. So I'm going to go and eat my dinner and get in this shower and lay down, because I'm about wore out. I really am. But I appreciate you all for stopping in, for popping in. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Comedian Angel. I love you too. I love all y'all. And I know y'all hear that all the time on the YT. But I'm going to tell you something about me. I'm not going to say nothing that I don't mean. Now, might be the way I say it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say nothing that I don't mean. And if I tell you I don't like you, then you just best believe I don't like you. If I tell you I love you, then you just best believe that I love you. I ain't got time to be lying, and I love you all. And all of y'all, I've never seen you in real life. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a place in my heart, and for the most part, it has little to do with the fact that you support my channel. Okay? Because I watch y'all videos too. And I see what type of characters that you have. And I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. Most of you guys on here, I see your channels. Some of y'all don't have channels. So I like you. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are like on the same page mentally that I am. And you're very receptive, and you guys show me so much sincere love. And I open myself up to this YouTube, which is to the world pretty much, because I don't take my videos down, or I don't unlist them. Once they public, and that's where they are. And you guys, you welcome me and you accept me with all of my flaws, and with all of the mistakes that I have made in my life, you guys still seem to see the shining light in me. And I truly appreciate that. And that in itself is deserving of my love. And that's why I love you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you so much, guys, for just popping in and saying hi. And I will see you in the next video. I'm really trying to film some sticker videos, y'all, but it's like everything just keeps stopping me. Oh my God, it's just something. And I know y'all sick of hearing that because I'm sick of saying it. Oh God, I am. But it just is that way here lately. So I thought you was plugged in. So I don't know what's going on. So it's coming. That's all I'm gonna say. It's coming. Hey, Lady Nika, there go the birthday girl. Hey, baby. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't really talking about a whole lot. Just checking in on the challenge. Hey, Les Forever, how are you, baby? How are you? So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go and eat my dinner, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah. Smooches.